It's a truly electrifying spectator sport. Japan's K1 World Max Championship has grabbed the attention of fight fans and top professional fighters from around the world. It's the ultimate kick-fighting spectacle, fusing Western-style boxing and Eastern martial arts like Muay Thai to determine the best of the best. The prize money is a draw card, but victory the greatest reward. The personal cost unimaginable. With 3 Muay Thai World Championship wins behind him, Australian Wayne Parr is hungry to be the next K1 World Max champion. But the stakes are high. His opponents, the best in the world.
To win the K1 Max is the ultimate. Before I retire, I'd really like to take the crown and be remembered as one of the greats.
Wayne Parr lives in Surfers Paradise, Queensland with his wife Angie, a Muay Thai fighter, and their daughter Jasmine. Wayne's focus is K1 Max in Japan during 2005. But tonight, Wayne fights in his hometown at a promotional K1 event. Every time Wayne enters the ring, it is all about winning.
Have fun. I get pretty nervous. I feel nauseous and I don't really feel too good when he fights. Because I know exactly what it's like. He can win, he can lose, and it's just scary.
This will be Wayne's 72nd professional fight. His ring name is John Wayne Parr, and he wears a 6-shooter as part of his outfit. Wayne has been in training for the last 6 weeks. His opponent is Sakmokon, one of Thailand's celebrated Muay Thai fighters. They will fight 3 3-minute rounds. Judges award points. A draw will force extra rounds. But the ultimate is a knockout, creating an instant win.
The referees and judges to call it a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in Australia, we have another round to come.
It's a joke!
It's time for war, Gold Coast.
Once you're in the ring, it's only you and your opponent. There's nothing else to really think about besides what he's throwing at you. It's how you handle the pain. Even though inside you're going, oh my God, you just got to keep going on and just pretending. As soon as you show a little bit of emotion or wince in pain, then the fight's over.
10-9 to the red corner.
In this sport, losing isn't an option. You have to win every fight. When you do lose, it's devastating. It takes a lot of personal time, and you need your space.
The next morning, Wayne is nursing his wounds. Last night's loss was hard to take.
I got 6-7 stitches from my headbutt in the second round. My forearm's rather bruised and swollen from the fights. My knuckles all a little bit swollen just from punching the skull. Just a little bit of red marks, but that's alright. When you win, there is no pain. When you win, it doesn't matter how beat up you are. The feeling that you get it takes away everything. But
and then when the adrenaline drops down in the middle of the night?
Yeah, it's just it's more yeah, it just sucks. Just sucks.
Christmas is a week away, and there is no winner's prize money. The one consolation is that the K1 Max Challenge is ahead.
Can't wear two pairs.
For a fighter, when one fight is over, the next one is already beginning.
Fighting is like a drug. The adrenaline that you feel inside the ring is something that it's very hard to give up. You see a lot of guys wanting to retire on top, but then a few years later they get the smell and they get the itchy knuckles and it's like, they want to just have one more try, I've still got it. They don't think age is a barrier. I don't know, when I keep saying this is my last year, but I'm still winning and I still feel strong, and I'm still in amongst it with the top guys, so I want to ride it as long as I can.
Tokyo, Japan, home of K1 Max Championships. The semi-finals will bring together 16 of the world's top warriors in a unique fighting extravaganza, creating a popular culture for the fighting ring. Image is everything. And the charismatic Japanese kickboxer Masato has become the face of K1 Max for its fans. Masato won the 2003 K1 Max Championship. He is now a highly celebrated fighter. His manager, Haruo, is the driving force behind creating the heroic image of the lone wolf for Masato, establishing their symbol of success, the Silver Wolf Gym.
My company itself is well acknowledged. Everyone knows Silver Wolf as a K1 management company. In addition to 2 trainers, I also have a press manager. I am the representative of all these management activities. I have a person to deal with bookings under me. Oh, I also have a manager for fighting. So you can imagine how big this company is. We all work as one team to represent Masato. I have tried to establish a character that could be appealing to young people. You know, someone who is a superstar, so he's called Charismatic Rebellion. Just like someone who used to hang out on the streets, with no background whatsoever. I want him to be #1 in the arena.
Oh well, there's not much difference in the way I fight compared to others. But when I come up to the ring, I think I can really show who I am. I can be appealing in a different way from others.
Ultimate success for a fighter is driven by the support teams who dedicate themselves to a fighter's vision. Masato has a unique relationship with kickboxing master Shinichi Hara. With over 35 years of experience, Master Ihara is a formidable teacher of his craft.
The most important thing is to point out what's good and what's not. Then tell them how to correct it. It leads to the next step, I train him very hard, but do it with affection and love. Without it, it does not work at all. Being a hard trainer is not good enough. If you do it with love, then he will react to it. It's just like a Japanese drum. If you beat a Japanese drum or taiko in a correct way with affection, it makes a good sound. I really believe it.
I really trust my trainer, who physically goes through all these things with me, says. It could be something minor, but it goes to my heart. If someone who had not much to do with me said the same thing, it is totally different.
The K1 Max semi-final is 3 weeks away. In Australia, Wayne Parr relies on friends to help him train. Wayne juggles training with running a new gym and being a family man. But his biggest challenge is to lose weight to qualify for the 70-kilo weight restriction for each fight.
Not yet.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I'm starving.
Let me get dinner.
More salad. I'm too fat. I'm still 77, so it's not good. I only got 2 weeks.
Wayne, what are your concerns with your weight?
At the moment, my weight's 77. I got 2 weeks to go, so before next week, I'd like to be sitting around 75, 74, and then probably lose those last few Ks in Japan. Put the sweatsuit on, go for a jog. You can usually lose about 2.5 Ks with the sweatsuit on. But yeah, the easier I can do it now, the easier it'll be once I get over there. Otherwise, you just become a skeleton and you just struggle so much.
We're so busy with the new gym, I can't even cook anymore. I'm exhausted. Today's my only day to clean the house and do stuff, and then I had to go to the gym and do it there, so it's just crazy.
Careful, Jazzy.
Are you training or fighting yourself?
Yeah, I'm training. I'll probably fight in 2 months. I'm undercard of Wayne.
With Angie fighting, one of the rules is that my training comes first. She has to take care of Jazzy, and because otherwise it's too much on me. I can't. We live off my prize money, so I got to do everything in my power to win my fights. She fights. Go away. Go away if you're going to.
Before, when we didn't have Jasmine, we could train at the same time and we were on the same schedule. Now it's so hard, but I really want to have a couple more fights this year, and so I'm gonna really focus and try to train as much as I can when Wayne's not training.
If she complains, the fight's off.
I'm not gonna complain to you. How much rice do you want?
Wayne's contract with K1 this year will earn him 10 times Angie's fight fees. He can now fight less in the ring, but this means he must train harder to keep his fitness level up.
Since I had 2 months off, it's starting to get back into it, sort of a little bit hard, but I'm where I want to be at the moment. I'm 2 weeks out, so if I just keep going the way I'm going, I should be right where it comes for me.
Wayne's always thinking about his opponent during training. This is how he builds strategies for a fight. K1 Max has selected Shane Chopper Chapman from New Zealand to fight Wayne at the semi-final fight on May 4th.
Good. How are you going to make like...
Rei Matsumura is Wayne's Japanese promoter.
Bit more like your combo scenes, yeah?
Ray is confident that Wayne has finally hit his peak and success is on the horizon.
Wayne's really hungry. I think Wayne's going to win, but I'm pressure him to want to win by the knockout.
I don't have time to think about anything else. excuse me. Yeah, what you're doing is concentrate on how you're going to defend, how you're going to attack, how you're going to counter, and then you don't have time. You've got to live for that second, otherwise if you make a mistake, oh, you sure know about it, that's for sure.
K1 Max has contracted 16 of the best international fighters to compete for this year's championship. Dutch fighter Albert Kraus was the first champion in 2002. Masato claimed that victory the following year. Thai fighter Buakao is the present K1 World Max champion. Only 8 of these fighters will qualify for the championship fight in July. Fighting is unpredictable, and you never know who will be the next champion.
There's only been 3 K1 Maxes, and you can mention those names anywhere in the world in the Muay Thai industry, and every single person knows who they are. So I'd really like to go down before I retire as one of the greats.
"24 hours before the official weigh-in, Wayne Parr is still struggling with his weight. He hasn't eaten since arriving in Japan. Wayne takes to the footpaths of Tokyo to shed those last couple of kilos.
This is Shane Chopper Chapman. Chopper goes through the same problems I do every fight, has to lose a little bit, everyone.
Yeah, 70 is just out of my jurisdiction, really.
Yeah, 70 kilos where the money is, so we've got to push ourselves.
See you, bro.
Wayne Parr and Shane Chapman will face each other in the ring in 48 hours.
Hard job. Good job, but a hard job. These scales are 0.8 wrong, so I'm exactly 70. So now it's just playing the game and just waiting, the waiting game, the hardest part.
椅子を並べてると思うんですが、一度選手を呼びましたら、そちらに選手がかけていただく椅子ですので、
The fighters are lethargic and dehydrated from losing weight. If they do not weigh in at 70 kilos, they will be disqualified. Even a couple of extra grams overweight at this stage could mean hours in the sauna before they can weigh in for a second time. Wayne is successful. The waiting game is over.
This is the favourite part of the trip. The weigh-in's finally over. My first meal in 48 hours.
There is nothing left to do now but fight. Fight night, Ariake Coliseum. 14,000 fans gather for the spectacle. An hour after the closing ceremony, the event will be televised by local television in Japan. K1 rivals baseball and soccer as Japan's #1 sports broadcast. For the semi-finals, each fighter will fight one opponent to qualify for the championship. K1 Max rules set the fights at 3 3-minute rounds with a referee. The fights are like a sprint from bell to bell.
Apparently, which is a total crock of crap. And he's up there refereeing now and he reckons we're going to talk about it after the fight.
Wayne's dispute with the judges pays off. The next day, Angie is awarded the winner's prize money. Wayne's training takes a new twist. Sakmon Kong, the Thai fighter Wayne lost to last December, offers to train him in Thailand.
I haven't trained with Sakmon Kong before, but I've been in Thailand, I know how hard it is, and I know this preparation is exactly what I need to get me through to the final.
The K1 Max Championship fight card has been posted. Wayne's first opponent is Albert Kraus from Holland. Albert was the 2002 champion. If Wayne wins his first fight, he still needs to battle through 2 more fights before he can claim the title. The process of this tournament means Wayne needs a strategy for every fighter, as he never knows who will be his next opponent.
It's hard to guarantee anything with an 8-man tournament. So if all goes to plan, I'd like to meet Masato in the final and beat him. If I can knock him out, that'll be the ultimate scenario. A win over him will bring instant superstardom across the world. So I really want to make my mark. And if I could beat him, I know that I've got a long future in Japan with many fights.
In another province in Thailand, Wakao is also working on his fight strategies. His first fight is with Mongolian Jadaba Naratungla, but he anticipates a potential threat if he gets to fight Wayne Parr during the elimination tournament.
We have to plan carefully, because he has been fighting Thai boxing for a long time, and he was Thai boxing champion in Thailand before. He's a good fighter. It will probably be a very close match.
You're looking in top shape, Brian.
I feel like shit. Usually go about 6 weeks before a fight. I'm going hard for about 8 or 9, so I'm just buggered. This is what I've got to do.
The championship tournament is just weeks away. In Japan, Masato is under pressure to stay focused. Tensions are high at Master Ihara's gym.
Although Wayne Parr and Bukao are very good fighters, Masato was at least 10 times more popular than the other two. I am not being cocky, but you must agree that he is always in the spotlight, especially for the K1 Max tournament. There are 8 fighters, and all of them want to fight against Masato and win. That's the pressure Masato is feeling for this tournament.
Masato's first fight will be with Mike Zambidis from Greece.
You must understand the mentality of the fighters, how nervous one can be before the fight. Masato is in a battle against himself. Hey, stop, okay? Hey, stop, okay? Stop. We are starting new and important training. Please stop filming.
Master Ihara and Masato are concerned that their secret fight strategies will be leaked to the other fighters. Masato continues his last days of training away from the cameras. In Thailand, at Wakao's camp, there are no tense moments. Just continued displays of strength from the current K1 Max champion.
I feel tense every day, and sometimes I feel tired and discouraged. But I do understand that boxers get tired and discouraged sometimes. In my opinion, whoever trains the hardest will win.
Wayne's last day of training has finally arrived.
feeling really fit. I'm feeling strong. Yeah, every day's been a struggle. Not only mentally but physically because it's such a hard session every morning and every afternoon.
When Wayne's away, I'm the most nervous person in the world. I have to run the gym. I have to take care of Jazzy. I'm thinking about him having to make weight. I know what he's going through when he has to make weight because I've been with him and I've done it myself. So I know for a couple days he's suffering, and then he'll ring me and he'll let me know like that he gotta eat and stuff. So it's pretty crazy. Actually, I'm gonna cry right now. I'm just thinking about like him going away and how much work he puts into it.
Hello. Yeah. 6 weeks. 6 weeks of holding pads and we're finally done. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. So happy. Now, even the hard part's over. Now, tomorrow we start losing weight. And then leave for Japan on Sunday. And then we get the fight finally. Finally get to punch somebody.
72 hours before the fight, all there is in Wayne's mind is the distance between him and the title. If all goes as he predicts, Wayne hopes to defeat Wakao after beating Albert Kraus, then meet Masato in the final fight.
Got my suit for the press conference. Got to get all metrosexualed out to try and keep up with Masato and Kraus. Don't want to be left behind with the crowd. Got to try and look the part.
This is like the perfect dream card. And there's only been 3 K1 Max champion. So if I can fight all 3 on one night and beat all 3, that puts me on the best of the best. It makes me elite. So I'm hoping it does turn out in that way, and then I can prove to the world that I am a class of my own.
24 hours before the K1 Max Championship, the 8 fighters parade before the media in Tokyo. Months of relentless training and planning are behind them. Every fighter believes he will be the winner.
Nothing worries me. I want to be the champion.
It's going to be a great show tomorrow. I'll do my very best to win.
My prediction, after I beat Albert, I might fight Walkout second, and then I'm looking forward to beating Masato in the final, and then hopefully becoming 2005 K1 champion. Thanks.
Yesterday at the media conference, you were quite bold in your statements.
I just told him what I thought was going to happen after I beat Kraus. I just let Borkow know that I'll probably fight him second and I'm going to beat him this time. And then just let the Masato know as well that if he does make the final, that I'll be there waiting for him. I'm ready to win.
I will never think about coming this close, and of course if he wins, Australia kickboxing, K1's going to get big, Wayne's going to get big, I'm going to get big, everybody's going to get big.
Because it's a tournament, anything can happen. When it's a single fight, you can focus on what you're going to do and how you're going to fight the style. But when there's 8 different fighters in one tournament, you have to be prepared to be damaged.
Wayne's defining moment awaits him at the arena.
Let's go.
3 hours before the K1 Max Championship finals, excited spectators gather at Yokohama Arena. The sports writers pick Masato, Buakau and Wayne Parr as the 3 favorites. The 8 chosen warriors are preparing their weapons for the elimination battle ahead.
A lot of adrenaline is pumping in the back room. A whole lot of emotions running through then. Just trying to get yourself psyched, knowing that this is a big job and this is what you're here for. Trying to focus on 7 different opponents is very energy sapping. It's like a roller coaster. As soon as you walk into the venue for the day of the fight, it's showtime. You don't know where this roller coaster is going to take you.
Masato's first challenge begins. All eyes are on the ring.
When you get hit with a solid blow, you can't afford to get angry. In this sport, as soon as you get angry, you make mistakes. So you just got to wait for the opportunities to come for them to make the mistakes, and then you've got to take advantage of them. You're there to fight. It's only for 9 minutes, so you just got to give it everything you have, and you can worry about the pain later.
Quite an exciting fight. Zambides fought well. He threw more kicks than he usually does. Masato's being helped out of the ring right now. You can see he took a lot of low kicks, which Zambides isn't known for. So that's a bad sign.
Masato makes it through, but as the battle continues, injuries are escalating.
It's almost like a sprint. Bang! You had the win, you're on top of the world, and all of a sudden you have to realise that you got another 2 more fights to go yet. So you got to get the focus back. You just want to go in there and win.
Buakaw takes on his first enemy.
If you can dig deep and bite down on that mouth guard and keep looking for that shot, if you can land that shot, doesn't matter how much you hurt, winning is everything. You're only walking in that runway for 30 seconds to a minute. You've trained for the last 6 weeks, you've poured your heart and your soul out in the gym. This is the moment you live for.
Wayne needs victory over Albert Kraus to continue in the tournament.
At the press conference yesterday, Har said he's going to get past Kraus with his kicks, then he's going to beat Buakaw, then he's going to take Masato on and win in the final. Whenever a fighter has got the whole day mapped out, it means he hasn't put enough focus on the first fight.
How are you feeling, Wayne?
Am I allowed to swear? I thought if I didn't get it, it was going to be a draw for sure the next round. But this is K1. Sometimes they score a little bit different to conventional Muay Thai and kickboxing, so just got to go with the flow, and hopefully I get invited back next year and hopefully win the job.
Wayne must accept his defeat as another fighter enters the ring. As the night progresses, more fighters are forced out of the challenge. Masato's leg injury forces him to withdraw. Albert Kraus's victory over Wayne Parr places him in the ring with Buakaw.
The K1 World Max, the 8-man tournament, is worth 100,000 US. Worldwide recognition, which is priceless.
Buakaw has made it through to the third and final fight. Victory will be his if he can defeat Dutch fighter Andy Saar. Buakaw plans to take the championship belt home to Thailand for a second year. This is the true battle. The last man standing will be the winner.
loses will think they got robbed. And
unpredicted win for Dutch fighter Andy Saar. His victory is only a 1-point margin.
You're only as good as your last fight. You're always looking for that next fight, and no one wants to go out a loser, so you want to redeem yourself if you had a loss, and you just got to keep going. So it's hard to say when enough's enough. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Okay, punch. Wait, punch. Okay, kick. Oh, wait, kick. Hey, that's a punch. Kick.